Hi, I'm Kaylee,
Hi, I'm Andy.
and this is my viola teaching video, so you can go ahead and open up the case. There, I think over here. So you're gonna want to go ahead and open that, and you can go ahead and grab the instrument. And this is like the humidifier to like keep it because it's wood instrument, so it has to have a certain level of humidity in the case. And then you can go ahead
I
and
can take this out? Or...
oh, you can leave it in.
Okay.
Go ahead and grab the bow. It has a little. Don't touch the strings, by the way.
Okay.
On the bow, you don't. The oil on your hands can kind of wear them down.
Okay.
And then whenever you put the bow away, you loosen it. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten it, which is using this little there. You're gonna just like turn it like clockwise just a couple times.
This thing?
Yeah.
That probably?
Yeah, that works good.
Okay.
So first thing I'm gonna show you is the bow hold. So I will go ahead and what you're gonna do is you are going to put your thumb about lined up with the end of this, and your first finger is gonna lean forward, and then your middle finger is gonna hang on the other side of your thumb, and your ring finger can just hang, and then your pinky is gonna go on top before the screw is gonna be here. So it'll look about like this.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and hold it with your left hand, and then so thumb about lined up with the end of this.
Thumb there.
And then your second finger is gonna be behind your thumb, or in front of your thumb. There, so your middle finger is gonna be in front of your thumb. Yep.
Oh wait, is my pointer good?
Your pointer, you're gonna want to tilt your hand up, so it'll be like this kind of, with your first finger leaning forward. About like that, yeah. And then your thumb, and then you're gonna want to round out your fingers more.
Okay.
Yes, that looks pretty good.
Okay.
So that's the bow hold, and there's different exercises you can do to practice it. But why don't we go ahead and take your hand off and then just do it again, just to get used to it. Make sure your middle finger's in front of your thumb, and then your pinky will go actually on it, and then your hand is a little bit far back because you're not gonna want your pinky on the screw. You want
yeah.
So you can go ahead and move it forward and up, and then round them out just a little bit more. So like kind of like lean back and flat.
Okay.
Yeah.
My thumb like this fine? Or?
You're gonna want a bit more of a bend in it, so it's not like locked straight.
Okay, like that?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's gonna be your bow hold. So let's go ahead and try and pick up the instrument. I forgot the headrest, so we have a towel.
I forgot it.
Oh yeah. Here, I can take the bow from you to make it easier. So you can just put that on the side of your neck. And you're gonna pick up by kind of like over here, and then line it up, because there's like this crook in your neck that you're gonna kind of want it, and then you're gonna use the like your jaw, and that's what's gonna like kind of hook onto this. Yes.
Okay.
And then you should be able to see the scroll. So it should be.
What is the scroll?
The scroll is this end bit.
This.
Yes.
Okay.
So you should make sure that it's high enough up that you can see that, and it should be somewhat like pretty parallel with the floor. You can have a bit of tilt like down, but.
Wait, what do you mean parallel with the floor?
So just like not.
So like that it's. Like this is kind of tilting down that way.
Yes, but this is fine. You just don't want it like tilted much more than that.
Okay.
Okay, and then go ahead and.
Where do I put my hand at?
Hold it from here for now.
Okay.
And then, yes, go ahead. Looks good. And then we're gonna go ahead and for viola, your first string is gonna be your A string. So let's just go ahead and try and play an open A. Yeah. There things to consider when you are trying to first make a sound is it will sound very different depending on where you're bowing. You're gonna want to go about kind of in the middle between the bridge and the fretboard. Is kind of like the lane. Yeah. And usually you are gonna want to use the like middle of the bow. There's definitely times where you use either the tip or the back of it.
I do not have that steady of a hand.
That is okay. It's really hard at first. And so you're already making a sound, which is definitely good, and it's in line. So middle of the bow, because when you're towards the tip, it'll be usually like softer and lighter, and when you're towards the back, it's usually a bit more like grittier and loud. One thing I think is go ahead and move further, and yes, when you're bowing, you want it to be kind of a fluid motion with your arm like moving at your elbow. Yeah, and then just try and keep the bow in the like lane. And then just go ahead and go back and forth a couple times.
Ooh.
You can go a bit faster to try and avoid. Yeah. Nice. Okay, and then the next string over, that's going to be your D string.
Such a weird perspective.
It is kind of strange.
I'm like having to close an eye for now.
Yes, very nice, very nice. And then just go ahead and try and switch between the two. So just like D and then an A. It's a little out of tune, but and nice, because kind of moving between strings is a little hard because you'll need to change the angle of the bow a bit, but you're doing good. And then I feel like that's pretty much most of the basics. I guess we can go ahead and go over a little bit of trying to actually get your fingers on the fretboard. So.
Oh yeah, that's what the other hand does. I was thinking it was even a bit easy.
So your thumb's gonna go on the side.
Like.
Yes. And then your fingers are gonna curl over. You're gonna want to keep your wrist straight. So don't bend it like this or like this. Just try and keep it straight.
Okay.
So yeah, don't hold the weight with your wrist at all. You should be able to hold the instrument with just your chin.
Oh, then I'm doing something wrong.
It's really hard at first, but that's where the sport should mainly be coming from.
Okay. Yeah.
You can rotate a bit further, yeah, out.
It's a bit better, but.
Yeah, I still, after a semester of doing that, still was struggling with it, so, okay. But just think about that most of the sport is coming from there.
Yeah. Not sure how I need to adjust, I guess, to get that to work. But.
Yeah, I would still go maybe a little bit further out. It should be kind of like between here.
Oh.
It's okay. It's also hard because we don't have the actual.
Yeah.
I think the towel's a bit more rough, but some people do just use towels.
Yeah.
And then with your left hand, we're gonna go ahead and play an E. So it's gonna be on the D string. When you're playing a D scale, your fingers are going to for string instruments. You have patterns for different scales. And so the D scale is like a 1 and these two together, and then the pinky further out. But we're just gonna go ahead and try and play D and then E. And so so play your open D. D's the second string.
Oh.
That's okay. Yep. And then just go ahead and try and put your first finger down a bit closer to the scroll, maybe. Because we don't have tape on these, it'll just have to try and figure out about where it's at by ear. It's fine that it's a bit out of tune. And then make sure that your hand, you're gonna want it to stay kind of over the fretboard and curled, because when you're playing, you're gonna be systematically putting fingers down. But that's pretty much basics. If you want to go ahead and try that. Yeah. And we didn't do much tuning in this because it was mainly about like how to hold the instrument, stuff like that. But when you're playing a string instrument, you have the fine tuners. So these are what you're gonna mainly be using to tune. So like clockwise to go sharper, counterclockwise to go flatter. But if you're really out of tune, there's the pegs, and you twist those, and those can like drastically change the pitch. But they can also like cause the strings to snap and stuff like that. So you have to be careful about it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and loosen the bow again, and then we can put it away. Thank you.